Well, it is the pre-loved fashion trend on the rise. Thrifter is the brainchild of Queensland mum Renee Chagoury, who's giving second-hand clothes a new life and putting cash back into community pockets. Combining a passion for style and sustainability, she hires out her shop's racks for others to sell their own items, and it's proving a hit with lines of shoppers hoping to bag a bargain.
Yeah, it's huge. Over 400 million items are dumped into landfill each year in Australia. Now Renee is on a mission to change the stigma around op shopping and educate the next generation. Hey Renee, this is a great idea. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You've got stores in Queensland. You've just opened Thrifter in Melbourne. People are loving this. Why do you think that is?
I feel like pre-love fashion now, people are just well aware. There's so much education around it now. It's all over social media. It's all in the news. People understand it a bit more. It's also affordable. The world we live in today, it's so expensive. So being able to go to a thrift shop and spend half the price on a really quality item is incredible for families. And also too, it's fun. It's so fun to go into a thrift shop and raid and find special things. I love it. It brings me joy.
Okay, so you need to tell us how this works, because this isn't just like donating clothes to a donation centre. Tell us how it works.
So basically you rent a rack with us, 50 items at one time. You can top up as things sell. Obviously this is not 50 items here.
Yes,
but you keep topping up as things sell and you receive 100% of the profit. We don't take any commission.
This is so much better than going and setting up at the school markets or something once a month, isn't it, in the rain? And
markets are quite exhausting.
Yeah. It can be a lucrative side hustle. People are finding out there's good money in this.
We have some of our sellers earn thousands and thousands of dollars per month, and we have actually had some sellers quit their full-time job to focus on this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what would happen is I'm looking at my closet, I'm going, I'm sick of all these clothes, I want to get rid of them, but gee, I've got some really good pieces in here. I don't necessarily want to donate them. So I'd come along to you, I'd go, I'm going to hire this out. It's $390 for a month.
For a whole month.
And I put 50 of my items on, and then I get all the money.
You get all the money, unless you share with a friend.
Yeah.
So you can share the rack with a friend, and it would be 50% each.
Yeah.
So
and then you each get 25 items to sell.
Yeah, and keep
does
topping
Kylie
up.
have to be there with a jaffle line or something?
No. She can be resting.
So you're actually running the shop, and there could be Kylie's rack here, then Stephanie's,
Larry's.
Wow, that's
How
great.
do you decide? So Kylie's got an old piece, 15 years old, really fashionable, still great. How do you decide how much that's worth?
Oh,
We don't, great question. We actually don't price them. So we put the pricing on the seller. And we have a frequently asked questions page on our website, and you can go on there and have a look at different tiered levels of brands and things like that. But we encourage all brands being sold at Thrifter. We truly believe that all clothing, although these are all Australian designers here, we believe all clothing deserves a second chance. So we just encourage you to bring, really good quality secondhand clothing, and check out like Depop or Marketplace for price range as well.
Yeah. Now you're getting people of all ages and backgrounds coming through. Yeah. Tell us about that.
So we have young kids earning pocket money with their parents, sharing a rack with their parents. My daughter's included. Yeah. We also have the elderly. We have influencers as well, but we also have just the everyday person that wants to rehome their goods.
What I really like is that, sure, I can bring in some designer items, but then not everyone has a designer budget to buy them. So if you've got more generic brands as well, you've got the buyer who wants to buy the generic brands.
Oh, of course. We have items being sold for $10, $15 all the time.
Yeah, all the way up to...
Yeah, we've had 21st dresses, wedding dresses, you name it.
You got a rack here. Just early notice, Kylie's going to need a bigger rack. What are the tips for setting up the rack perfectly? Because there's going to be lots of racks around. How do we get people to our rack?
Yeah, so firstly, I would say bring quality clothing. So make sure it's washed, make sure it's steamed, make sure it smells nice. Then we suggest that when you bring in your items, we supply all the hangers. We suggest that you do a colour blocking system, so you move from the dark colours to the lighter colours. And we also advise our sellers to price items at a price that you would be willing to buy it for at a thrift shop if you went in there.
Sure.
So no ridiculous prices.
But you know what, the market will determine that, because if you're too high, your rack is going to just stay full.
And we do see that. However, my staff are trained in working with our sellers and giving them that guidance.
Right. So, and the good thing is that this can be, you can be selling your stuff and your staff are there to do all the selling. I haven't got to be there, have I?
You don't have to be there at all. Drop it off.
If you've got 10 things on your rack, it's a big weekend, and those 10 things go, you're expected then to come back on the next day and fill it up, right?
Yeah,
That's
so
on you.
We just advise our sellers to have like a washing basket in the boot of their car. Have all your things in there, all your extra items, and just do a drive-by after work, and we'll add them on there for you.
So good.
This is an important message too that you want to teach the younger generation, right?
Oh,
As you
of
say, like your
course.
daughter's getting involved, so
Yeah.
kids can do it as well. I mean, there is the rack rent rate, but then hopefully you make it back. That's the whole aim, right?
Yeah, and I think we just really need to remember that, you know, there's enough clothing on the planet now to dress the next 6 generations. Like, that statistic in itself is just so alarming, and we need to be teaching the next gen that you can find quality clothes in thrift shops. And also too, if it's not a thrift shop, borrow clothes off each other, share your wardrobes and do things like that, rather than always going into that consumerism mind of I need to buy new.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, tell us about some of the big success stories that you've had. Like, have you found people have maybe rented 1 rack and then maybe have gone to 2, or they just keep it going month after month?
We have permanent sellers now.
Right, okay.
They will rent their rack, and every single month they roll over because they are doing so well.
Yeah.
We have, you know, sisters share together and they earn a side hustle.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. We have people also too wanting to part their goods that might remind them of different memories and things like that. So it's also to a healing journey for some people when they're selling their clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, Larry, what takes your fancy?
Well,
Put them on.
I don't have any cash on me,
Yes, okay, thank you.
but if these fit, I'd like to purchase them.
Okay,
Yeah,
we love
actually,
this.
They are really cute. They're Arge, which is a good Australian designer.
Yeah.
I think Arge showed
Yes,
at Fashion
gorgeous.
Week yesterday.
Yes. There is another Arge here. Hey.
Yes.
Cute.
There we go. Oh, I'm so impressed that you can fit into a pair of women's shorts, Larry.
They look gorgeous.
I think they're a little big.
You just
can
need some
take
boots.
them? Can you cash out for me, Cole?
Absolutely.
Thank you. That's very, very cool.
So at the
Thank you.
moment, you're in...
We have Noosa, Kawana, both being on the Sunshine Coast. We have a Gold Coast shop in Mermaid Beach. We also have one in Brunswick in Victoria.
Yes.
And we are now looking at opening another one on Chapel Street in Victoria and bringing it to Sydney.
Yeah, you want to bring it to Sydney.
very
If anyone has a warehouse that they'd like to donate to Renee, give us a shout.
I think you should start in your garage. I think your garage
I
could
think
start in
she's
business.
so successful. She's
Lovely to
outgrown
see
my
you, Renee.
garage.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for